What's up, everybody? Welcome to another video. Now in this video I wanted to talk about the so-called ex-vegans on YouTube along with the fake vegan YouTubers. Okay? Now after studying the vegan YouTubers and after observing a lot and just after, making connections and stuff like that over the years, based on all of that and research and stuff like that, I can tell you that the vegans on YouTube who are the most popular, okay, who have the most subscribers and who are the most popular and stuff like that. Most of these popular vegan YouTubers are shills, okay. A lot of these popular vegan YouTubers, uh, they even have symbolism that are in their videos and stuff like that, and in their names. There's detail on that. I'm not really going to go into any names and the symbolism and stuff like that. That might be for later videos, but what's important is that, a lot of these popular vegan YouTubers are shills who are basically there to push climate change, push vaccines, cause drama, okay, make the movement look bad by doing really stupid things. Some of them are there for that. A lot of them are gatekeeping raw veganism, and saying that it destroys your health and saying that, you shouldn't go raw vegan. And a lot of these vegans are actually shills that are designed to be vegan for a certain period of years, with later on the intent of becoming ex-vegan and going carnivore or something like that. Okay, that's what a lot of these vegans are put on YouTube for. They're supposed to be vegan for a certain period of time and get everybody to follow them, and then they go ex-vegan and go carnivore with that intention all along. Okay, so it's all a big scam. A lot of these ex-vegans on YouTube, most of them are shills. Most of them are lying their ass off. There are some of them who are saying truth. And, we have to basically understand that because of the environment we grew up in, because of all the chemicals, because of all of that, there are some people who are really unhealthy and really damaged with their gut that they actually have problems with going all plant-based. If their microbiome is more adapted to eating meat from their ancestors who might have eaten more meat, along with them eating really not a lot of plants growing up and eating more meat. So not everybody can go, plant-based tomorrow. Some people might have to, wait for a period and heal their gut and adapt their microbiome back to plants. Because if your microbiome, your gut, is adapted to eating meat and animal products, it can become, more sensitive to plants. And therefore plants might actually cause gut issues, which when they reintroduce animal products after doing plants, they feel way better because their microbiome is more adjusted for animal foods. And some people's microbiomes are so damaged that it might take a long time. It might even take years to heal their gut and heal their microbiome, and slowly incorporating more plant foods, slowly decreasing animal products over time. Along with things like the little bit of dirt that's on your fruit and vegetables, the soil dirt. Okay, that has beneficial bacteria for the microbiome. And, so for some people, their guts are so badly damaged that, it may take a while to adjust their microbiome to plants. Okay? And there are some people who, of course, they used to be vegan and then they go, they're not vegan anymore. Some of these people are just simply people who didn't have proper willpower or motivation and are just making excuses, just like people who don't go to the gym every day tend to make excuses and tend to say like, oh, my arms hurt, or they tend to over exaggerate. So, some of these people are like that, but most of these ex-vegans are shills, okay? They're following a script and they're saying the same stupid story, which is when I ate meat, I felt God, I felt, I felt like I was in heaven and all my problems magically went away. It's all bullshit. When you actually look at comments throughout YouTube of people who actually try that, who are vegan, and then they try to go back to animal products and do what these ex-vegans did, they actually feel completely the opposite. They feel like crap when they introduce meat back in. So, I mean, you can't trust a lot of these vegan YouTubers. That's really the point of this video, is to, just say that a lot of these vegan YouTubers, especially the more popular ones, are shills. And like I said, they're there to cause drama, cause division within the movement. Um, they're there to basically just, they're like, you notice how a lot of these more popular vegans on YouTube, they're not vegans who are open-minded. They're not vegans who, most of these vegans that are hardcore promoting it on YouTube, most of them don't understand the idea that humans shouldn't be enslaved as well, just like the animals. They want the animals to be free, but they don't understand human freedom, and they still want government. That's the problem with the majority of vegans, okay? Which is why, even though I'm technically a vegan and I'm plant-based and all that, I don't really subscribe to a lot of these vegans, and, I believe in real freedom, and I believe, that everybody, including animals and humans, should have freedom. Most vegans don't think like that. They believe in the Democrat or Republican side, the government. A lot of vegans are far left people. A lot of them aren't. I mean, but that's the problem with most vegans, and that's the problem especially with these popular vegan YouTubers that I see on YouTube. And like I said, I'm not going to go into any names in this video, but a lot of these popular vegans that you're seeing right now on YouTube, some of them are shills who might go carnivore later, or might go ex-vegan later after a few years of this, or however long. So you really just have to be skeptical, and you have to really see through bullshit. And like I said, anyone who has problems on this diet, most people in this world shouldn't really have too much of a hard time transitioning into a plant-based diet, especially with all the mock meats and the vegan cheeses and meats and stuff like that taste very similar to the real thing. Okay, so a lot of people shouldn't really have too much of a hard time transitioning. However, there are a lot of people who, because of addictions and because of eating disorders and gut issues and microbiomes especially, they might not be able to do all plants quite yet. They may have to transition, and they may have to, over a period of time, get back on plant foods and slowly adjust their microbiome. So, anyways, that's what's going on with the ex-vegans on YouTube. Like I said, most of them are fake. Okay, and they even have symbolism in the background while they're, doing their interview, their ex-vegan interview. And this is how far the powers that be have taken it with fooling people. They've put people in as vegans and raw vegans with the intention of later on becoming ex-vegan and carnivore, just so that, people will actually believe it, and people will think, oh, this guy on YouTube, he was doing so well on a vegan diet or raw vegan diet, and now he's carnivore. It influences people. Okay, like I said, though, I'm not saying every single ex-vegan on YouTube is a shill, okay, but I'm saying that, I would go as far as to say most of them are, who have these interviews with people like Sfarage and stuff like that, and all the other carnivore diet promoters. Okay, most of them are. There are exceptions, like I said. There are some people who, had a lack of willpower and couldn't do the diet. There's a lot of people out there with a lack of willpower and who can't do any diet. so they'll say anything. So this is all an agenda, and it's pretty obvious. You know, the meat industry, they're the biggest industry in the world, and, you know, we all know that they're connected, you know, with the rulers of our world, and how, you know, they've basically used propaganda to get people to, you know, to eat meat and use, you know, eat animal products. And they've done a pretty good job, and basically now all that they can do is basically put these guys out, these carnivore diet promoters and ex-vegans who say that the vegan diet destroyed their health. Well, I mean, what better way to manipulate people into thinking you should have meat by putting out people who are vegan and then who later on say that their health got destroyed from veganism. You know, put a bunch of these shills out there. So, you know, this is what the rulers of our world do. This is, you know, it's not just for, I mean, there's shills in all kinds of movements, not just the vegan movement, but like the flat earth movement. There's a bunch of stuff to talk about. But this is just something to keep in mind. Now, me personally, I've been plant-based for a long time now, for like 6 years, something like that. I've had no problems, no gut issues whatsoever. You know, no desire to go back to animal products, anything like that. And yeah, so I just wanted to make this video to say that, you know, no matter who you have been following on YouTube, you know, don't trust them too much. Don't put your full trust into them because of what I've just said. And really just comes down to realizing the simple situation, you know, which is we have a species-specific diet. However, we've been so heavily damaged with our health and all the chemicals and our messed up guts and microbiomes that, you know, we have to, it's going to take time for many people to get back to this diet. And it's going to take, you know, a period, and we can't just rush right into it. It is our species-specific diet, but in today's world, it can be hard for a lot of people to do. We don't have all the fruit in the world grown properly in proper soil in a million varieties. That's what would make this diet the easiest. You know, and plus we don't have real freedom. You know, we have to live by the money system and stuff like that. And there's just a lot of stress in our lives. So, I mean, that's really, you know, it's really modern society and health problems. Those are the only reasons why people can't do this diet. Okay, they have eating disorders, addictions, messed up guts, you know, stuff like that. So, I guess, you know, one question, I guess, worth asking, and some people ask it, are there people out there then that are so badly damaged and that are so unhealthy and have such a messed up gut and microbiome that they'll never in their whole life be able to go on a plant-based diet? Okay? Now, that's a good question, and I've thought about that myself, and my answer to that would be, in their lifetime, their whole lifetime ahead of them should be enough time for them to go plant-based. Okay, if somebody has a really messed up gut and stuff like that, like I said, it may take a long time, you know, it may take even years. But to say that, you know, someone who has like a whole lifetime ahead of them, 60, 70 plus years, you know, will never be able to heal their gut, will never be able to go plant-based at all. I don't really see that. I think that at some point in their life, they should be able to, you know, if they have their whole life ahead of them and plenty of years, they should be able to heal their gut and go on a plant-based diet. All right, and like I said, I think most of the population, I would say probably most of them, shouldn't have too much of a hard time transitioning. But like I say, you know, there are exceptions. There's a lot of vegans out there who think everyone can just go vegan tomorrow. Okay, it's not really the case. with everyone, like I said, because of the reasons I went into. So, but yeah, I think in your lifetime you should be able to transition to a plant-based diet. And like I said, it could take a while, it could take years for some, but most people should be able to do it in a short period of time, relatively short period of time. So, anyways, yeah, that's my take on all these ex-vegans on YouTube and all these fake vegans, these fake mainstream popular vegans who are pushing climate change, vaccines, cause drama, make the movement look stupid. That's what they're there for. So, I think that's about all I wanted to say for this video. I just wanted to give everyone a heads up. Don't trust these vegans, these ex-raw vegans, stuff like that on YouTube. And I have to bring this up constantly, it seems like, because people don't really see it. But none of these vegans on YouTube, none of the raw vegans, and none of the ex-vegans, none of them tried the colors of the fruits and vegetables. None of them got the colors in regularly. They didn't pay attention to that. Okay, I find that really interesting, and I already made a video on the colors of the fruits and how they're the most important thing in diet. And it's just funny to me how all these raw vegans on YouTube, even the long-term ones who are still raw vegan, none of them pay attention to the colors in that way. And I've already said it in my last video, that could be a reason why a lot of people have a hard time on the raw vegan diet. Maybe their glands are not balanced enough. And if they ignore certain colors for too long, it could probably cause imbalance even on a raw vegan diet. And you can be on a raw vegan diet and still, you can still get cancer if you're eating way too many nuts and seeds, for instance, too much acidic food like that, like nuts, and you're not really eating as much fruit. It's still possible to get cancer. And then, of course, like I said, a juicy fruit diet, all juicy fruit, is what you would have to do if you had a severe problem like that. And that's, but it's rare that anybody would get any kind of a cancer on a raw vegan diet. It is possible, like I said, though, to still run into problems if you're not getting in the colors enough. And if you're, especially if you're eating acidic foods, more fats, more nuts and seeds and stuff like that. So that's about all I wanted to say for this video. I'm not a raw vegan, yet. I've done it for periods, like I said, and I've been mostly raw these last several years, and, some cooked food, some processed food, whatever, but I just remember that was the best I ever felt when I did it for about 5 months. I just didn't, at the time when I did it, this was back in 2015 or something, when I did it for 5 months, I wasn't really doing it the right way. There were some things I was doing wrong. I didn't know what I know today about how to do the colors and stuff like that. And I particularly think that mangoes and papayas together are the most powerful combination and the most healthy combination with fruits that you can have. So that's what I'm getting into now, and I'm basically gonna eventually get on a raw diet. That is the goal. I'm dealing with some things right now, but I can, even though I'm not raw vegan, I can still kind of see things and see patterns with a lot of these raw vegans. And I just notice things like I said, they don't pay attention to the colors. They don't do other things. They don't pay attention to the colors of the herbs, which they should be getting in. And then they're probably not getting in a little bit of that dirt with their fruits and vegetables, which is beneficial and healthy for your microbiome. So, these are all things to think about. The bottom line is just be skeptical of these ex-vegans on YouTube, okay? A lot of them are lying. They're full of shit. And, really try the diet yourself and, see how you feel compared to what these people are saying, and then you'll know that they're full of crap. So that's about all I wanted to say for this video. So stay tuned for more. All right, take it easy.